I'm Jamie Cromwell. Maybe you remember me as Farmer Hoggett from the movie Babe. Don't you talk to the animals in your life? Oh, come on. Your cat? Or the neighbor's dog? How about the pigeons in the park? I thought so. You see, animals are more like us than you might think. And everybody likes to play with their friends, right? They may not have to learn long division, but animals do have teachers. Remember the first time you jumped in a swimming pool or rode a bike? Well, when animal youngsters learn new things, their moms or dads or members of the family are there to help them and watch over them too. So when you think about it, animals really aren't that different from us. They may not use words, but sometimes neither do we. Sometimes you can tell what a friend is thinking just by looking at him. In this video, we're going to show you some other things about animals that you may or may not know. Because the more we learn about animals, the more we realize that this is their world too.
Hi, I'm Rashumba. Do you ever wonder how one octopus talks to another underwater, or how geese fly thousands of miles without getting lost? Hey, they can't stop and ask for directions at a gas station. And what keeps spiders from getting stuck in their own webs? The more we learn about animals' abilities, the more we'll realize how truly amazing they really are.
Animals have many ways of communicating with each other and with people. From the tiniest bumblebee to the biggest elephant, animals have a lot to talk about. Bees travel about the countryside looking for flowers. Then they go back to the hive to perform a dance for the other bees that is just like showing them a treasure map. The dance is called the waggle dance by bee experts. People don't know for sure exactly what the bees are saying to each other, but the bees sure do get it. The waggle dance is how the bees tell each other where to find millions of flowers. We can hear elephants trumpeting to each other, but did you know they also communicate subsonically? That means they make very low rumbling sounds that people can't hear without high-tech instruments. The low rumbles can travel for miles, so herds that can't even see each other know where to meet up later. Octopuses and squid probably seem very different from people, but just like us, they communicate with each other. They tell each other things by changing the colors and patterns of their skin. Some octopus experts believe they even have different signals for nouns and verbs. So you see, just like people have many different languages, signals, and gestures to communicate, so do animals. Pay attention to the animals you see every day, like the dogs and cats in your family, and the birds singing their beautiful, often complicated songs outside. If you try, you'll find there's something in the way they tilt their heads and in the notes they sing or bark or mew that says a lot. Just as people have many ways of communicating, so do animals. People and animals are alike in a number of ways. One way is that we both like to have comfortable places to live and raise our families in. People live in many types of homes: tents, igloos, high-rise apartments, country cottages, and more. Animals live in nests, dens, lodges, burrows, hives, and more. They make their homes from sticks, logs, mud, stones, pebbles, straw, leaves, and all sorts of things. And bird nests around the world are as different as the buildings people make. Orangutans don't like getting caught in the rain any more than we do. So to keep from getting soaked, they use giant leaves, just as people would use umbrellas. But then again, in some ways, animals are different from us. There are many things animals can do that people will never be able to do. For example, a dog's sense of smell is thousands of times better than ours. They can smell smoke before people, or even smoke detectors. And they can smell things very deep underground. We need lanterns or flashlights to see at night, but cats can run through dark houses without bumping into furniture because they can see in very little light. Some birds can see so well that they can spot a tiny crust of bread on the ground from high in the sky. And Olympic athletes can try all they like, but they will never swim or dive as well as fish, dolphins, or whales, or run as fast as a cheetah. Now, take birds who migrate when the weather gets cold, like these geese. When birds migrate, they don't need to use road maps. But just like us, birds use landmarks to help them find their way. They also read stars, just as Columbus and other famous explorers did. Birds use more than just their sense of sight while traveling. They have a special sense that works like a built-in compass. So no matter what the weather, they can tell which way to go. Even the smallest of animals have amazing abilities and clever ways of getting by. Spiders are skilled at spinning webs. One spider can spin threads in different colors, some that are thick or thin, strong or delicate, dry or sticky. Do spiders ever get stuck in their own webs? Sometimes, but they know not to panic. Instead of calling 911, they just spit. Entomologists, bug experts, say that spiders' saliva dissolves their webs. And some animals, like some people, are born a little bit different than others. For them, getting by is much harder. There are animals who are blind, deaf, or unable to walk or fly. This Japanese snow monkey, Mozu, was born in the wild, unable to run or jump like the rest of her family because the bones in her arms and legs weren't properly formed. She couldn't climb trees to reach food as the other monkeys did, but her mother took special care of her, and Mozu grew up strong. And although she was slower than the other monkeys, Mozu worked extra hard to get enough food to eat and to survive the cold, snowy winters in Japan. And thanks to the good example set by the way she was raised, she was a very good mother herself. People know more about outer space than they do about inner space, the deep oceans. But animals of the sea do many fantastic things. Many kinds of fish, called mouth brooders, let their babies hide inside their mouths when danger is near. The father seahorse is Mr. Mom. The mother seahorse lays her eggs in his pouch, and then he hatches and carries the babies, kind of like a kangaroo mom. Did you know that lobsters can live up to and over 100 years? And just like us, lobsters are either right-handed or left-handed. Older lobsters have been seen leading younger ones by walking hand in hand with them. So you see, animals and people are different in many ways. But if you look closely at the amazing world of animals, you'll find that we're more alike than not. Before we go on to the next segment, let's pause and think about a few things. Can you think of any other ways in which humans and animals are alike? What are some clever things that animals do to find food or make homes? Can you think of some of the things that animals can do that humans can't?